side. How are you doing today?
Good.
Have you guys been here all weekend?
I've done so many of these. I feel at home. I feel at home. Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
What has been the most memorable part of this weekend so far? Because we still have some time.
I think fans, and I'm not saying that because you're here, it's because of who you are, and you're the best fans in the entire world. And when I say on my end, I love you, I mean it. I love you guys. I love you too. Make my heart.
She's such a kiss up. No, honestly, and Brandy and I were talking to Kevin, and it happened today several times, that we noticed that the lines can be a little long, which is nice, but it's people waiting on. And they make friends, our families, help each other, take things, carry things, hold things, and they're just the nicest people. So what he said, double.
I don't have when he said Brandy. Brandy is my woman.
And Sweetie is my dog.
I guess Jim Cummings this. I want to ask you guys, and it's kind of similar, but what's the most rewarding part of the job? Besides the fans.
Of doing these shows or actually doing
Animation, voicing, just being an actor. You're
Well,
an actor.
Yeah, I think probably Peter will agree with me, and I know we've been asked this, and probably have the same answer, is that when you do a show, you meet a new family, and all the actors become your friends. You know their stories, their lives, and kids, etc. So you really do kind of become a family. So I think it's, and then all the technicians and engineers. So you meet some great people. So I think it's probably the people that you meet in the journey. And we're fortunate because, I mean, it's great to have a family, but we get to have like
A fandom.
30, 40 families
Yeah.
in a career. So
Yeah.
it's nice. The people we meet along the way.
Oddly enough, to add to that, we recently did a reprisal of the Transformers Generation 1. And it's out now, and some of you have seen it.
Woo!
But oddly enough, a lot of that goes back to the 1980s, and that's a long time ago. So there were quite a few actors that I didn't remember. Of course, I was, kicked off.
That's a great way to phrase it. Yeah. Kicked off.
In 1986 in the feature film. So I didn't see much of the Transformers, I didn't like it either. But from 86 on, I didn't pay much attention to the Transformers. But when we reprised that Transformers show, we did a script reading, and I saw some of the guys I didn't remember. And a lot of them I did. And to echo what Frank just said, the family, there was a family feeling that was there immediately, except for a couple of people I didn't know. And I was surprised the way I reacted. I did have another reaction, however, and I'm including myself. These guys got old.
You don't have to say everything.
I would say yesterday I made mention too that it is like a family here at convention because people thanks to the internet, can make friends with somebody from a different state. They meet up at convention, and they have something in common that they bond over, and they do become friends for life. And you guys essentially became friends for life working on Transformers. I was like, but I go, here, you never see people fighting. They might fight over which is better, Lord of the Rings, or, you know, like those kinds of arguments, but even then, they're coming with facts. They're coming with their, it's not ever aggressive or malicious in any way. It's always informative, fun, happy, and that's what's so amazing about conventions. I'm like, what was the best advice you were ever given while working on Transformers to help your character?
I think Peter said to me, can you do it a little faster? Turkey on the stove and Christmas is coming. I tend to go on and on, it's probably a guess.
Would you cut that out? That was a lie, because we used to work side by side a lot.
Because back in the day, you guys would get booths together.
Yes.
And he would have
yeah.
We were younger, we were a little rowdy. I mean, we were kind of...
Yeah, he sure was.
I believe it.
This guy would do, you know, a faucet leaking, you know. To the producers, excuse me, aren't you hearing what I'm hearing? There's like an air conditioning leak or something. There's a
Something was leaking, all right.
Would you cut that out? Oh, he did it all the time. A bird outside the window. A cat down the block.
There's a stray. It's like we're in the jungle. Slow down, pony. We just made it to the saloon. They would seriously, they would just stay here all day. Do you feel like you're in school right now? And you're like, we're just trying to learn geography. When was the moment you guys knew that your characters made an impact on the audience?
Well, you know, it's interesting with Transformers. Well, actually, most of the shows, I think back in the day, the studios never really gave the actors mail. It would go to the studios, and the mail would just go wherever the mail goes at the studio. You know, I don't know if they answered what really did that.
There wasn't even automobiles.
I'm not going back to your past. But, so we really didn't know. We weren't getting mail, so we didn't know how. The only way you really knew your show was popular is you got picked up for another season. So we got picked up a few times, and we just assumed, hey, you know, we got a job. And then, when the internet came along, things changed. Then we really found out how popular shows were. And I tried to help people.
If there was internet, they probably wouldn't have wanted to kill me.
That's true. That's true.
It was very popular.
Well, I'm going to throw it to the audience. I'm sure they all have to. You don't have to run. Stay safe.
I was just going to talk about the years I was in the Boy Scouts.
We will try to get through as many as we can. I cannot guarantee. You guys are here for the rest of the day, correct? Or are you guys? Oh, they're catching plane. Okay, so we'll try to get through as many questions as possible, okay? We'll start over here on the right side, on our right. And if you could speak right into the microphone, because it's hard to hear up here.
Is this William Missile?
Alright, so a question I want to ask is, how do you think other characters that you have voiced in other series would interact with characters that you have voiced in the Transformers series, such as Optimus and Ironhide for Peter, and Megatron, Soundwave, and Shockwave for Frank?
Sounds like a writer.
That would be a great episode.
Well, how it's, well, yeah.
Your characters interact. That was...
From different shows
Yeah.
with the Transformer characters. So maybe it would be Optimus Prime and Eeyore.
Keep trying to build them up, right?
Megatron and Scooby-Doo.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. My name is Eeyore. Eeyore has replaced Starscream.
Thank you very much for that question. We'll go over here to our left. Hi.
Hi, I'm Gene from Comic Book Man, and I just have to say, I met you two all weekend, and you're both fantastic. Frank Welker, you were my childhood all over again. But the real props I have to give to is to Mr. Peter Cullen. Me and my buddy up here went and saw him in Ohio and begged for him to come to Chicago. And ladies and gentlemen, is he not here? He kept his word. Thank you.
I thank you for reminding me.
Back over here to our right.
So, I know earlier you said you didn't keep up with a lot of the Transformers after the original series, but as a younger fan, I am a bit curious. Other than the Generation 1 series, what's your favorite interpretation of Optimus Prime and Megatron in the later franchises?
Well, what versions of Megatron and Optimus Prime did we enjoy in the various iterations, like the films, Transformers Prime?
G1.
What did it be, right?
G1.
But you know,
None of the other versions would be out there if G1 wasn't there, right?
That's right.
I just like it, you know,
Let's hear it for G1.
You have to teach me that.
Yeah, G1. Without G1, there wouldn't be Transformers Prime, nor would they be the feature film. It's all
yeah, you
G1.
know, your character didn't really change much. I mean, you were just Optimus Prime the whole time. Films
Up until 1986. I hate to remind me of that.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Pearson, and sorry, a little nervous in the presence of legends.
No worries.
Okay, silly question. Imagine you can, there's a gentleman that you can ask one question of your friend's character. For example, Mr. Cullen, you're asking Megatron something, and Mr. Welker, you are asking Optimus Prime something. What question would you ask the other person's character? Yes, I know. It's a little bit.
Well, it's also hard to hear up here.
All right, well, I'm just going to repeat it. Imagine, Mr. Welker, that you're asking Optimus Prime something, and Mr. Cullen, that you're asking Megatron
Oh,
something.
I see.
What question would you ask?
What question would you ask yourself, Megatron? What would you ask Megatron?
Why did you get so mad at me when we were teenagers?
Why did you become a meanie all of a sudden? You stole my energon. I didn't mean to.
What would Megatron ask Peter? Or right? What would Frank ask Optimus Prime?
Yes, sir.
Where did you get that lovely voice?
I swallowed a lot of razor blades.
Hopefully that did it for you.
Thank you very much.
Very good question. Very serious.
Hi, hello.
Hello, my name is Carl. I'm here from Chicago. I love G1 for the most part, but I really love what you guys will reprise for Transformers Prime in 2010. And I thought the dialogue between you guys was solid. The choreograph was amazing. Plot, very rich. Thank you, writers. But what my real question is, when you were told what Optimus and Megatron's final lines for the series in Beast Hunters were, what was going through your minds about if you were in your character's position after everything you went through, would you basically say the same things as well? Or in other words, what did you think about how the story between Optimus and Megatron ended at the end of Beast Hunters?
That's a very complicated question. There's a lot that went into that. I mean, the gist. How do you think it? Good? Bad? Do you think the interaction between you two was...
Well, Beast Wars I never saw. Yeah. So.
And sometimes for you guys, I'm sure, just like other voice actors, you might record something and you do the voice, but you might not actually see the end production of how it came out.
Well, I think he mentioned Transformers Prime, right? Yeah, in Transformers Prime, we had a great time again because we finally recorded together. During the features I worked on, totally by yourself. Peter totally by himself. And of course, G1, we had the cast. So in Transformers Prime, once again, we had a cast. And we had a blast because the cast misbehaved. And we just sat there and watched. And laughed our heads off, you know.
Like you were more mature at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've grown.
But then on the series side, we again were next to each other. And so we were able to interact and act off each other. And that was a thrill again. I think we enjoyed that. So that was a very positive, fun job to do. Yeah. And that was a different iteration for me as Megatron. But and then Peter was still Optimus Prime. So it was great.
Yeah.
I was glad to be there. I really was. I enjoyed that show.
Yeah, that was fun.
A lot of nostalgia, a lot of sentimentality. Even the fact that there were a lot more girls.
Certainly better, right?
They were big, yeah.
It's better to look at. Yes. We'll go back over here to our left.
Hi, my name is Matt. I'm born and raised here in Chicago. So you two are Optimus Prime and Megatron, like the great dynamic duel, just as Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are for Batman and Joker. Can I get Frank to do Joker using Megatron and Peter to do Batman as using Optimus' voice?
He wants to do Batman, but with Optimus' voice. I almost don't even want to imagine that. That's a hard one.
Sounds scary.
Yeah. It's.
I don't know about that. Give me a Batman line.
Rattle the cages.
I
Batman.
That's the most iconic line he does.
A writer.
I am Batman.
Honestly, I think I was better than Batman. That was really good. Just,
And I am Joker.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back over to our right here. Hi.
Hello, my name is Jesse. I'm Cullen. I'm Mr. Welker. My question is, out of all the iterations of like the rivalry between Megatron and Optimus, where it be Prime versus 1, where you felt like they were the rivalry hit the most, like where it be J1 or Prime, like where the fight scenes were really impactful, like the tension was really high.
Is there one fight scene where the energy between you two is the most memorable scene that you guys ever did? I would say every fight scene, but
So we did that one on the bridge.
No, I remember the time he stole my lunchbox.
Oh, the commissary fight. Yeah, I remember that too.
I had to be welded in 4 places.
I was hungry. But we had a fight on the bridge, and that went on for quite a while. And I don't remember what episode that was in, but anyhow, that was good. We had so many fights, it's pretty hard to reveal when I'm sorry. I should be more specific.
I'm sure they're all memorable in their own way. It's kind of like you remember the energy, you remember like some things like that, but maybe not the specifics of certain situations.
And
Which
then we did that game too, from England.
Yeah.
And that was pretty intense. Yes. Yes.
We have some fans in the room if you didn't know.
Guys are good.
So we'll have time for about 1, maybe 2 more questions, because I feel like there's a little something that might be at the end. So I want to save some time. Hi, how are you?
Hi, my name is Daniel, and I just want to say, Mr. Cole, Mr. Welker, you both were my childhood heroes growing up. You got me through some of the darkest times of my life, and it is just an honor and a privilege to be here and speak to you. Mr. Cullen, I saw you at TFCon in the Crown Plaza 2 years ago, and I watched you speak. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. And Mr. Welker, I've been listening to all the shows you've been doing, and it brings me so much joy to say thank you and how honored I am to speak to you.
Now, do you have a question?
No.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Pat, and my question is, I'm curious about your arrival in Los Angeles back in late 60s, early 70s. If you encountered anyone from old Hollywood through work or seeing them perform live, what was a valuable lesson that you took from that through your career?
Valuable moment in your career, from when you first began till now, when you moved out. Anything stick out? You have performing.
I mean, you were on Sonny and Cher.
Well, you know, I was going to say, I'm sorry, I'll go. One thing that maybe, I know it's not quite the answer to your question, and a lot of you people are younger, you may not know who this is, but you really should. He's one of the greatest comedians of all time. And Peter and I were lucky enough to know him and to know him together. And we idolized him. And we both were in tears whenever we were with him. He was so funny. And we We didn't know it at the time, but we were mutual friends, and then all of a sudden we realized we were friends with him, both of us, and then we became 3. But his name was Jonathan Winters. He taught us humility and what comedy really is, and he was just a giant. And it was just an honor to be in his presence. And Peter, to find out that we both had the same idol and then got to actually be with him together was incredible.
That's a great story. I like that.
But we learned a lot from John.
And I think that answers your question perfectly.
Well, you know, I didn't want to brag about myself. I really answered the question. That's fine.
Lucille Ball had some very, very important and generous advice for a lot of young actors. And I'll quote her information that she would give out. She'd say, never say no to a job. No matter how small or unimportant you may think it is, never say no to it. Because every job leads to another job. And I thought about that and I said, well, you're right. Because somehow you're going to make a difference in the production you're in. And somebody's going to see something. And they're going to hire you for what they saw. And that's exactly how careers are made. And that's dead truth.
Thank you.
One last question. We'll go back over here to the left. Hello.
Since Optimus Prime and Megatron were both the leaders of the Autobots and Decepticons, what would happen if Scooby-Doo led the Decepticons and Eeyore led the Autobots?
Eeyore was in charge of the Autobots.
They probably wouldn't do much.
Autobots transform. It's okay if you don't know how. Either do I. Roll up.
That was great,
Do it, Scooby-Doo.
Hey, this is Fred of the Scooby-Doo gang. Now I'm like second in command to the Decepticons. What do I do, Lord Scooby?
Oh, please. You will attack the Autobots. How many times do I have to tell you?
A lot more.
Okay, one more time. Attack the Autobots.
Now, I'm going to end the Q&A just a little early because I know that Frank and Peter have something quite literally up their sleeves for you. So I'm going to kind of step away. I'm going to move to the side here so that way people can get their videos.
You can't leave.
I'll stay right here.
No, don't leave. You know too
I am.
much.
This way I can also enjoy this surprise.
Which one? That was in you. Sorry, no worries.
Anything on the lines?
So we thought we'd like to do, we've done this quite a bit, but we thought we might get a little bit of enjoyment out of seeing Peter and I actually do Optimus and Megatron together in a scene. So this is a scene for you. And entitled Until All Time.
So, here we are, leaders of the Autobots and the Decepticons. We alone control the future of this planet and the universe beyond. Optimus, we can share the power and the destiny of all that lies before us.
Megatron, it is not power I seek. I wish only to protect this planet. I want no harm to come to these humans.
You fool! Why throw away your life so recklessly? With Energon from the Earth and combining our troops, we can rebuild Cybertron. The entire universe awaits us.
I will not endanger the Earth or its humans. Cybertron has shown us what devastation comes from greed and power.
And you will forever be my enemy. No one will stand in my way.
Megatron, one shall stand and one shall fall.
So be it. Power through tyranny.
I will never give up hope till all are one. Autobots, transform and roll out.
I just want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, the Arctic Operators, Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Thomas Franco, Anime King Nick, Louis Cairns, and Austin White. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan-exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power-up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power-up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.